offensive guys, I think if you're looking at, Parker didn't name any defensive guys, but I think if you're looking at defensively, it's Montez Sweat. Montez Sweat and Jalen Johnson, for that matter, there are two players, and I guess Kyler Gordon too. Those are the three players defensively that I would say are going to benefit the most from the changes here. Montez Sweat has just better overall production on that defensive line with him, better overall depth, I think, as well than what we had last year. And if Daniel Hardy and Austin Booker really step up in years 2 as well, I think that's going to provide tremendous help for Montez Sweat. It's not be double teamed as much and be freed up a little bit more. And Dayo Dinyingbo, I've already talked about him, Shamar Turner, Grady Jarrett. I think that those are guys that are shaped up to be a lot better in this scheme. And then for Jalen Johnson and Kyler Gordon. Jalen, because he's not going to just be on one side of the field anymore. They're not just going to have him in zone. He's going to be able to do more man coverage things. And that's something that Jalen has actually talked about wanting to do. But because of the scheme and how, Matt Eberflus ran his defense, he didn't get to do a lot of that. So rather than Jalen Johnson shutting down one side of the field, he's going to have more opportunities to shut down players. And that's going to have to put defenses in a spot where they have to think a lot more. Then you have Kyler Gordon, who already showed himself to be one of the best slot receivers in the league. When you look at how Dennis Allen gets creative and how he uses his defensive backs, I think Kyler Gordon is going to benefit hugely from having Dennis Allen there. So those were the three players that I would pick on the defensive side of the ball. Parker didn't talk about defense. Maybe that comes in a different article. But those are the three players I think defensively are going to benefit the most from the changes the Bears have made this offseason as a whole, right? If you have better production up front from your front seven, that makes everything easier down the path line for this team. And so I think that Grady Jarrett, having Andrew Billings back healthy, Javon Dexter's taking another step, and then it comes down to that rotation between Dayo, Austin Booker, and Daniel Hardy. What do those three guys provide consistently for you on that edge? And if they can provide some consistency to where you can't just double team Montez Sweat every single down, Montez is going to benefit hugely from that. So those are the players that I would pick on offense and defense when it comes down to who has benefited the most from the Chicago Bears changes this offseason. But I want to hear from you guys. Who are the players offensively, defensively that you think have benefited the most from the changes that the Bears have made this offseason? Let me know that down below.